You know, you really shouldn't manipulate your larynx when you sing or speak. Just leave it where it naturally is, where it naturally wants to go. Don't manipulate it at all. What do you mean, don't manipulate it? It's like telling a dancer, don't manipulate your leg when you dance. Like, that's the whole thing that we do as singers. You know, we manipulate the muscles that we work with to have certain sounds. What are you talking about? Controversial! Doo-ka-doo-ah! Hi folks, I'm Voba. I'm a singer and a vocal trainer, and this is my channel about anatomical vocal training. Today I would like to address the issue that I have come across, that many vocal coaches tell their students not to manipulate their larynx. And I want to take this apart a bit because there's a lot of things in there. First of all, let's start off with the basics, right? Like, if you're a dancer, you have to work with your bodily muscles to lift your legs. If somebody comes along to teach you and tell you that you should not manipulate your legs, to lift them, which actually, oh my God, actually, story time, my teacher did once. I used to be a dancer, right? So one of my ballet teachers, way back when I was like 12 years old, she told me, was a bit racist, oh Martin, I don't know what to do with your butt, but until I figure it out, just don't contract it. And then I was there in ballet class trying to lift my leg to the back, and then I'm like, okay, what she says does not make sense. How am I going to lift my leg to the back without contracting my butt? It's not possible. So that little anecdote just to show that, yes, of course, as artists, we need to work with our muscles, right? That was the dancing example, but as equally with singing, it's groups of muscles that you activate and you use in tandem in order to produce certain sounds, specific sounds that you want to produce. So it doesn't make sense to say, oh, don't use your muscles, right? Now, there is a difference, obviously, between manipulation and contraction, but that is usually not a difference that the people that say these things make. So, manipulating, like, let me translate manipulation to pressure, right? To push, to strain. Obviously, nobody should do that. But there are certain muscles you have to train. You have to, strengthen and stretch your muscles, which I explain in depth in this video, in order to have a great, free, healthy voice. Because what happens if you just leave it the way, that everything is you can never sing different genres. You can never sing anything different. You limit yourself emotionally to only have this one sound that your voice naturally is, which is bullshit, because your voice is the expression of your emotions. So your voice is going to be as multifaceted, or could be as multifaceted as your emotions are, or could be, or can be. Therefore, the opposite. It's important to train and stretch your muscles. If you call that manipulation, then yeah, manipulate your muscles, but do not push, right? It's never the question whether you use your muscles or not. You always use your muscles. The question is how you use them, what exercises you do, how deep is your knowledge in order to protect yourself from harm, and in order to have the greatest results that you can have with your vocal training. But yes, of course, if you have vocal training, you're going to train and stretch the muscles in your larynx, around your larynx, right? Because that's just a natural thing to do. It's like a dancer moving their legs. We move the things, the little parts in our larynx and in our chest and in our body, right? We work with our muscles. So yeah, whenever a vocal coach tells you not to manipulate the larynx, ask them first, what part of the larynx? Are they talking about the hyoid bone, the thyroid cartilage, the cricoid cartilage? What part of the larynx are they talking about? And how not to do and what to do. Because usually it's just that they haven't learned, these anatomical basics that help you create a greater, bigger, and most easy voice that you can have. And that's why they tell you just not to touch it. Just don't move it, don't manipulate it. But if you understand your instrument very well and you understand the positives and as well as the risks of, you know, strengthening your muscles and what muscles to strengthen and what muscles to stretch, then it brings you so much further with your voice. And it is what vocal training actually should be about, right? Strengthening your muscles so you have a greater voice. Now, if you're a vocal coach who actually believes that it's just not good to manipulate anything in your throat, I have a playlist for you, full anatomy playlist right there, which explains beautifully all the little muscles in your throat, which muscle to train how, which muscle to stretch, why to do it, what about the health and everything, you know, and so you can really understand in depth the anatomy of your own voice and your students' voices. Just follow that playlist and you will see I'll explain everything in detail from beginning to start, so you also will have more security for yourself, you know, what to do, what not to do, why certain things are dangerous, why other things are really good for your voice, so you can just have more security, you know, with yourself. So yeah, there you have it. If that content helps you, please leave me a like and subscribe and comment. Tell me what you think about it in the comments. And I see you when I see you. Now, wait a minute. Want to learn how to do these things that I talk about in my videos? YouTube is great, but a course with an actual methodology is the thing that will give you real results. I have a course called Vocal Foundation on my website. I created a free tour where you can learn the what, why, who, how, and the content, the benefits, the finances, prerequisites, everything about the course. So if you're eager to get your voice to the next level, follow the first link in the description and sign up for my Vocal Foundation free tour.